We need to get used to being vaccinated with COVID vaccines for the future. I can't see that COVID is not going to be with us forever. Maybe in the future we can have even better vaccines and coverage across the world to achieve that. I mean, as a public health doctor, we always want to have diseases get totally eliminated, but that's not on the horizon in the near future. So booster doses, repeat doses will be part of it. You know, there'll be different advice about different schedules, which doses you get. But at the moment, our priority has to be getting first and second doses into people, and there will be recommendations about booster doses in the future. And I can assure you that the Commonwealth Government has purchased large quantities of vaccine into 2022, and this will be a regular cycle of vaccination and revaccination as we learn more about when immunity wanes.
At what point does the pandemic end and COVID-19 becomes endemic?
I think that's the reality that most of the world has been confronting. What we're really pleased to say is we've got great vaccines. And I think I've indicated before that, you know, we will be getting vaccinated regularly. There will be new strains that emerge potentially, and we'll have boosters, a bit like seasonal flu. So every year in seasonal flu, they try and predict which strains are the predominating strains, and we have a vaccine. What's really useful is some of the technology. We've made vaccines quicker than we've ever made them before, and so some of the mRNA technology gives us hope that we'll be able to rapidly accommodate to any changes in the virus. But that's where we're going to be, and the key message is we need to get that second dose protection. So whilst I'm very pleased we are at 70% first dose, as you know, I've previously said I want to see the sky as a limit. I think Australia can be the most vaccinated country in the world because we believe in science and we believe in vaccines. But what I also need to do is get that second dose into people because 2 doses protects.
We will be looking at what contact tracing looks like in the New World Order. And yes, it will be pubs and clubs and other things if we have a positive case there. Our response may be different if we know that people are fully vaccinated. But obviously we urge people to be vaccinated, but a key message also is just because you're vaccinated, you can still get infected and be infectious.
I'm certain that there will be a whole range of events once we get through the 70 and 80% double dose thresholds, once we get past those important milestones, that will be open for vaccinated people only. So we're going to move from a situation where to protect the health system we've got everybody locked down. We're going to move to a situation where to protect the health system we're going to lock out people who are not vaccinated and can be. If you're making the choice not to get vaccinated, then you're making the wrong choice. You're making the wrong choice. And for safety's sake, and back to that point about how much work our nurses have to do, as this becomes absolutely a pandemic of the unvaccinated and we open everything up, it's not going to be safe for people who are not vaccinated to be roaming around the place spreading the virus. That's what they'll be doing. So there's every reason to get vaccinated. But yes, there's going to be a vaccinated economy, and you get to participate in that if you are vaccinated. And I'm deeply grateful and so proud of the millions and millions of Melburnians and Victorians who are doing the right thing. But every time even a small number of people make really bad choices, selfish choices, it takes away from the hard work that so many millions more are doing, and it extends these lockdowns because it makes it more likely that we will have more cases. We have greater risk, greater uncertainty, and therefore we have no choice but to follow advice that says we need to go harder and we need to go longer. There will be a curfew on advice from the Chief Health Officer from 9 p.m. to 5 a.m. each and every day. Exercise is just that. It's not an opportunity for 7 families to catch up in the park. It's exercise. So it's you and one other person from your household or dependents. So we have got to tighten up some of these rules in relation to gatherings.
Each and every patron will have to give their first name, mobile phone, address, things of that nature. It's very simple, doesn't take very long, but it will just make the job of contact tracing in the event that there was a positive case at that particular venue at that particular time. The other thing too that every patron should do, if you want to get back to restaurants and cafes and pubs, then download the app. I've done it, everyone on stage here's done it, it makes sense. It's just one more tool that'll make it a little bit easier, never easy, but a little bit easier for our 1,000 strong coronavirus detective squad to track you, to trace you, and to make sure that you're doing the right thing by your health and the health of those who you love the most.
You know, there's a whole bunch of people down the Ryback Beach last night who thought the best thing to do was to go and watch the sunset. I'm sure it was a beautiful sunset. But that's not in the spirit or in the letter of these rules. We need people to follow the rules. And genuinely, stay at home means stay at home. Stay at home, or lots of people are going to be staying in hospital and not all of them will get to leave.